The following program was produced by the United States Courts.
It's very much a human thing that we're doing.
There's a distinction between challenging people and challenging ideas.
I think the primary lesson is the importance of civility.
In a world of instant information and communication, today's teens face increasingly difficult decisions every day.
Everything that you do in life, from the time you're young, middle school to high school to college, every decision that you make could impact you.
Federal judges and volunteer lawyers are working with students in their local courtrooms. They're coaches and role models, helping students hone their civil discourse and decision-making skills.
Your decisions matter. So you're old enough to own up to what you do and the decisions you make and be accountable for them.
Today's program is the same one offered to high school students, but with a college twist. Palm Beach State College hosts federal judge Rosenberg and attorneys in the campus courtroom. Students learn how seemingly insignificant decisions can bring them into federal court. It starts with a reality check quiz. Students answer questions, real teen situations with legal ramifications.
When I go to a bar, I use a fake ID that I bought on the internet, but I'm not going to get caught. Even if I do, the worst that will happen is that they'll take my ID and kick me out of the bar. True or false?
The students find out the answers at the end of their day in court. The goal is to give students hands-on experience with civil discourse and difficult decision-making. Civility and rationality are essential legal and life skills.
Educating young people, including students and young adults, on the need to treat each other with respect and empathy both helps the court system and helps the community.
In fairy tale world, everyone has respect for each other when it comes to having a civil conversation or argument. But in reality, you have to be the bigger person.
Because sometimes we say stuff that we really don't think before the words come out from our mouth. So it's about measuring what you say.
Being respectful, waiting your turn to speak, taking time before you rush to have an answer, really understand their side of what's going on.
You can't control what they think, and more particularly, you can't control how they interact with you. You can control how you treat somebody else.
The stage is set for a simulated hearing based on a realistic teen scenario. This hearing involves allegations of cyberbullying on social media. A case like it went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court.
He ends the post with a series of emojis, including a skull emoji and then a wink emoji.
Attorneys coach the student lawyers and prepare the jurors for their role.
You'll be trying to rebut what the other side says.
Alana, you'll say, "I'll be handling the closing."
Once the arguments are finalized, the simulated court case begins.
All rise. Court is now in session.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, counsel.
The First Amendment protects political discourse and free flow of ideas. But fighting words and true threats are not protected speech.
His high school career, chasing a scholarship, which could be taken away from him within seconds because they're messing up my client's image.
Student jurors then put what they've learned into action as they use civility and collaborative decision-making to sort through the issues. It's a close call.
You still can say something harmful to someone, or even if it's on the internet, and it can be used as a threat.
I keep on hearing that this skull equals death and this skull is representing death. The skull is one of my used emojis in my, I use it all the time, and I've never once used it for death.
We know that everybody starting at the age of 18 in this state who has a driver's license can be called up to be a juror. So the role of the juror, as we've emphasized to the students here today, is vitally important. A show of hands then for the government. How many for Angie Jackson? So the civil discourse is a key component, particularly in an age and society in which they're not necessarily getting models of that behavior on a regular basis. It matters how you treat other people. Even if you disagree with what they're saying, it matters how you treat them.
Before bringing the proceedings to a close, the judge returns to the reality check quiz, going over the answers one by one. Remember the fake ID question?
Is being kicked out of the bar the worst thing that can happen? The answer is false. Possession of a fake ID is a third-degree felony in some states. Use of another person's identifying information is a federal offense of aggravated identity theft. The sentence can be 24 months in federal prison.
Think about what you're going to do, get information if you don't know what the right thing to do is, and be prudent and practical in each and every decision that you make that you believe is going to have a consequence.
I think the main benefit is that if you get to interact with people in this setting, it makes it more comfortable. We're still people dealing with each other, and we all can interact on that basic level.